It was 3 years ago that we were introduced to not one, but two Ant-Men. It was Marvel Studios' first official heist film, as we see ex-con Scott Lange, freshly released from prison, working with the team and crew to try and break into Dr. Hank Pym's vault and steal whatever treasures lie within. From there, we saw Ant-Man team up with Captain America in Captain America Civil War, and we all wondered where was Ant-Man during Infinity War. So, does Ant-Man and the Wasp deliver an entertaining and humorous sequel that stands on its own 6 legs, because ants have 6 legs? Or should we spray this film with Raid? Let's talk about it in this review. The theme of this movie seems to be love conquers all, and if we look at each of the individuals as separate devices all moving the plot forward, we can start to piece together this theme, with 1 or 2 exceptions. First, we'll take Scott Lange, played by Paul Rudd, who is trying to be a loving and attentive father while still being under house arrest from everything that happened in Civil War. As the story progresses, we eventually discover that it's his love for Hope that calls him back into action, and the love of his daughter actually gives him the green light to go back into action one last time to help out both Hank and Hope. And through Scott's gigantic heart, both literally at some points and figuratively, with the help of his team and friends, he does save the day. Dr. Hank Pym and Hope Van Dyne, played by Michael Douglas and Evangeline Lilly, are trying to build a quantum tunnel, and they're using their brains and skills to do this so that they can try and rescue their wife/mother, played by Michelle Pfeiffer. And it's their love for Janet that pushes them to live a life on the run while never giving up hope and never stop working towards building that quantum tunnel, which means they also had to deal with black market tech sellers. The father-daughter relationships are strong in this film, and we see their love for each other continue to build from the previous movie. Hank has let go of his fear, and he sees now and has accepted that his daughter is able to handle dangerous and important situations. And Hope's love for her parents gives her the determination and the drive to just continue to battle and fight multiple assailants time and time again to get the items they need to build the quantum tunnel. As well as later in the movie, we find out her love for Scott calls her to action as she rushes in to save him in what we seem to believe will be a moment where he might drown underneath the water. We also have the rest of the cast showing their support and love in their own special ways. Scott's family continues to be supportive and loving as his house arrest sentence is almost up, and all of the ex-cons that he worked with in the previous film have all started a security company together and have an office that they all share. We continue to see incredible heart from each of these characters, and here in this sequel, it's even more prevalent. And now 2 films in, we better understand each of their personalities and their little quirks, which really add to the charm of the second film. No scene was this made more obvious than when they were in the office for the truth serum moment. That was glorious fun. All right, let's talk about the new characters. Go ahead and enter Ava and Sunny. The 2 main antagonists were the exception to the theme of love running throughout this film, and they were also brand new to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Both of these individuals were only out for their self-interests. Ava, played by Hannah John Kamen, was trying to find a cure to save herself as she experienced a quantum tunnel mishap when she was a child, and now as she's getting older, she's slowly starting to vaporize into nothing. She has probably one of the more tragic stories in all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe for both hero and villain. Sunny is a black market tech dealer who is only looking out for his reputation as a black market tech dealer because he doesn't want any of his clients to go anywhere else to find what they need from him in regards to tech. Interestingly, and to the credit of the writers, both of the villains and the FBI create this complex, balanced struggle that progresses throughout the film. What initially starts off as just a simple one-on-one struggle turns into a mad race where everybody is searching and everybody is racing for the exact same item by the end of the film. Really well done, great work. Continuing with the theme of love and how that drives the narrative, we cannot forget Dr. Bill Foster, played by Lawrence Fishburne. While his character in this film did feel a bit underdeveloped and rushed, we still get a sense that he is leading from a place of love. While working for S.H.I.E.L.D., he finds Ava as a small child just after the quantum tunnel incident and takes it upon himself to help her find a cure so that she doesn't vaporize into nothing. He's not her father, but he takes a fatherly love approach to her to help her find a cure. Again, just building on the father-daughter relationships we see in this movie, really tying things up nicely. Ant-Man and the Wasp is playing at your local movie theater right now, and I am definitely recommending a big screen viewing of this film. I really enjoyed the story. The humor and the jokes landed a majority of the time, and the special effects were done really well. Just judging from the trailers that we saw, I did have a concern walking into this film that the size manipulation would be so prevalent that it might start to get a little cheesy and hokey, and I'm happy to report that that was not a feeling I had at all walking out of the theater. And I don't want to give the impression that I thought this was a perfect film, because it is not, but a large majority of the film I really loved my time in the theater for. However, I did have an issue with how Scott Lange's character seems to be less intelligent in this film. Also, I didn't understand why Bobby Cannavale's character turned into the Hug Machine 3000. But these little character choices, these little nuances to their personality, they didn't really pull me out of the film at all, and they definitely did not detract from the fun that I was having in the theater with this movie. Ant-Man and the Wasp is a better film than its predecessor, and that's a good thing. And because of that, it's getting both high fives from this guy. Ant-Man and the Wasp is playing at your local movie theater right now. Go see Marvel's smallest heroes on the largest screen possible. Like right now. The review's over. Go!